Today we're building a Coolshirt cooler that we could swap out during pit stops on longer endurance races. All of the parts are readily available. I'll leave links down in the description. The cooler is an Engel cooler, 13 quart, that we'll buy online. This pump is from Walmart. These little connectors, male and female connectors, are bought online as well. They'll be attached to the back half and screwed together. This is where your Coolshirt lines get attached to. And then there's a little adapter that we'll use later in the video to connect the small diameter hose to the big diameter hose. The wiring that we're using, the little connectors, are just little quick connect, waterproof connectors. And then we just use this little band material as a bracket to connect the pump to the side of the cooler. And of course you'll need a ratchet strap or some way to keep it in place in the car. All right, the first measurement is from the top edge. Go down about 2 inches on center from the top. And then over from this tab, it's about 3/4 of an inch from the edge to the center of the first hole. And then it's about 1 1/4 inches on center between the two holes. We used a step drill bit for these two holes. Just take your time with it and kind of sneak up on the hole size because you want it to be a fairly snug fit against the fittings. To ensure the connections stay waterproof, add some Teflon tape around the male threads. Next, just add some standard silicone sealant to the outer surface. Next, insert both inner connectors. You can add some more silicone if you think that you need a little bit more around the edges, but don't go crazy. Next step is to screw in the outer connector to the inner connector until it's tight. You can also add a little bit of silicone around the outside here as well, but again, don't go crazy. For the hoses, any fuel or coolant hoses will work. If you can find one that's a 90-degree bend, that's even better. Now the hoses we found all had to be cut down as expected. So just measure carefully, cut, and then start attaching these using hose clamps. We attached this little 3/8 ID hose to the barb and just attached it with a hose clamp. Next, we'll be connecting the 3/8 ID to the 3/4 inch ID hoses using a little adapter. Now that everything is attached, you can kind of see the water path here from the pump out through to the Coolshirt, and then this will have a return line on it here in a minute. We just use this strap material as a little bracket using self-tapping screws that we put some silicone in and then carefully just screwed it to the side of the cooler. We always just use a frozen 1 gallon jug of water and then fill it up with ice cubes and ice water. And then finally, we're onto the connectors. We just use these little waterproof quick connects. You can use anything you want. We just use these because it's easy to get them on and off during pit stops.